Hello. So wild story, but it is Wednesday after work. It's like a little after 5 o'clock, and I got invited to the Symphony on Friday night. Um, I want to make my dress. I want to make the dress that I'm going to wear.
And I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
I know what you're thinking. That sounds crazy. However, I'm actually starting in a really good place. I technically only need to finish half of a dress, not an entire dress. What happened that all of this is going on? Long story short, one of my favorite pieces is being played. I'm not going to miss it, so I'm going. And I probably have something I could pull out of my closet right now. But I already started working on a mock-up of something that I really wanted. So based off the last video you guys saw, I was able to make my perfect fit bodice, and I really do want to use it to start some other projects in the future. One of those future projects was working on essentially a perfect fit corset. Now, with the perfect bodice that I had made, you guys saw at the end of the last video, I put it onto my dress form so that my dress form basically perfectly matches my measurements now. And I decided to try and do draping. So I used the fabric and I started doing a drape of the pattern for a perfect princess seam corset, which is something that I have always wanted and never have been able to find something that fits my bust correctly. But I worked off of the mock-ups, with the draping, and I ended up with an actual pattern for it. And the goal of the video that I'm actually going to work on, where I describe more of that process for you guys, is digitizing a pattern, because that's something I really got into. You guys can't see it, but my giant pattern projector is above me right now. And I love getting to use it. So hoping I can still do that video. But in the process of working on that, I actually decided I wanted to try something that I've always loved seeing. I'm a really big fan of 50s and 60s bodices and the aesthetic of the Dior knee look. So I wanted to see if I could make a pattern also for the little veil thing that goes over at the top of it. My sister and I, we always used to call this the boob veil on bathing suits and stuff, and I always loved a bathing suit that had a boob veil. I don't know why. Probably just because it made it easier for people to not perceive me. But I was actually able to get that to work, and this does fit correctly. So I was like, hey, you have a top of a dress already. You really just need to be able to make the bottom of it and actually turn it into something. Which, yes, delusional as heck, but we're here now. So I made this. It's based off of that perfect fit bodice that I made in the last video. I know it works out. So the goal is basically to kind of continue that Dior 50s aesthetic by making a big circle skirt with a nice amount of crinoline underneath it to really fill it out, and to finish it within the next 2 days. So I have tonight and tomorrow night, Thursday night, because Friday I have to be getting ready and going there. So between those 2 nights, if I work from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. after work, I'm kind of getting 8 hours total to make a giant skirt. So yeah, let's do this. The goals of my construction are basically to make 2 circle skirts. I want the inner lining, which will be slightly shorter, and the outer shell skirt that's going to go over it. The inner lining piece is going to have 2 layers of crinoline attached to it. I want to do nice big layers of ruffling on that inner skirt, away from my body, of course. And then having that outer skirt over it, really just, showing off all the volume of the ruffling that we will put underneath. I want to put an invisible zipper in it because, of course, I don't have enough to do as is. And I also want to add some additional structure to the bodice because I think that could really help just take it up a notch and make sure that it's really giving that final presence. And then maybe we do something crazy. I don't know. I was thinking about making gloves or something, because I don't have opera gloves and I might want some, but I have tiny hands. Anyway, I might just order some. Who knows? I will see what the end brings me. But yeah, let's get started. So for the skirt, we have our rough math completed. We're basically looking at a 30-inch waist on the dress, and that includes enough seam allowance so that we can put in the invisible zipper. We have the skirt length itself. I'm doing 25 inches, and that's to get from my waist to my knee, basically. And the plan is that it's also enough room so that when we have that bulk under the dress, you're gonna get a little bit of the underskirt that you'll be able to see, but hopefully, not too much of it. When I put this into the skirt calculator, we're looking at a waist radius of 3.8998 inches, which is 4 inches basically, and a fabric circle of 30 inches. For the lining circle, I'm going to be going 2 inches shorter than the actual fabric circle. I'm also going to be using a different fabric for the lining because I am going to run out of this polka dot fabric. And the other plan is to start cutting the strips of yardage for the actual crinoline as well. One of them is going to be 6 inches long, and it'll be 6 inches from the bottom plus the seam allowance. And then the next skirt is going to be 12 inches long with seam allowance from the bottom. You are about to watch me use heat erasable pen on the outside of my fabric. It is bright red. I know that is crazy. Give love a chance. What I mean by that is, as wild as that is, I'm always using heat erasable pens. They're one of my favorite things in my arsenal of tools. I love using them in different colors. This blue one is dying. Blue, red. I've got black, I've got white. They are the best heat erasable pens. Get these. Anyway, let's get started. So the lining skirt, as we discussed in the measurements, is 2 inches shorter than the outer skirt. So we have that all marked and ready to go. I just did some quick additional math, and we now know where we need to put our line so that we can get our 6-inch layer of tulle and our 12-inch layer of tulle. My goal is to basically take the lines, and the same way we marked the lines for the edge of the skirt, we're going to mark the lines for where the tulle is going to sit. We will need to mark those lines around the entire circle of the skirt though, just so that we can keep the line consistent the whole time that we're sewing on the outside, like the inside out of the skirt. We are in my office. I was able to finish cutting everything out. So I've got all of the strips for the crinoline completed. I have the inner skirt cut, the outer skirt cut. I also have pockets cut. My goal tonight for the time that I have left is to connect all of the strips of crinoline together and shear them so that I have the ruffle piece completed. I did a little bit of rough math and essentially decided on using 3 times the circumference of those inner circles that we're using. So the upper circle is a 15-inch radius of a circle. So what I did was get the actual circumference based off of that radius. I believe it was like it was like a 95 or something like that. Times that by 3 under the assumption that that's kind of the amount that I'm going to lose in doing the ruffling. And then cut the strip so that I had the proper amount that I was going to need for the skirts. So now I just have to sew them to each other and then do the shearing on them so that I have all of those pieces finished. My goal once that's completed is to also do the overlocking on the edges of both of the skirts, the inner and the outer, and probably finish attaching the pocket so that the construction of the outer skirt is basically completed. That means that my goal then for tomorrow will be to just attach the crinolines to the inner skirt lining, sew the 2 skirts to each other and to the bodice, put the zipper in, and we should be completed, which is intense and insane, but hey, it is what time? What time is it right now? It's almost 7:30, so we have a good bit of time to get this completed. So let's go. Hello. I look oily. Hello. So it is 7:55. I have all of the pieces for both of the skirts all fully sewn, and we're starting the gathers. I measured the second section of gathers. This should have been about 60 inches across before, and when I measured it, we're down to about 21 inches, which is good because I assumed it was going to shrink and be a third of its original size, so that's what's happening. This is the 12-inch one, so it's a single layer of the 12-inch with the gathers, and this looks really good. And my 6-inch one is doubled up, so that's going to be 2 layers for the bottom one. Hopefully that'll help with a bit of the fullness. I'm curious if I messed that up by sewing them to each other, so we'll see what that looks like. I might end up completely seam ripping that part after I actually sew it onto the dress so that it's attached to something. But yeah, we're going to keep going. I have 2 of these done, and I have 60 times 5 inches of this one and then 60 times 7 inches of the other one. So yeah. Hi again. It is 9 o'clock. I am not done with the gathers. I'm not done with the gathers. I have 2 sections left. I stopped using the shearing foot because on the double layer it doesn't give as much as I need to, so I've gone back to hand gathering, but I'm doing it in sections. I just refilled a bobbin, so I am going to make sure I finish this tonight, but I did want to overlock those skirts and it's not going to happen. I'm really tired, so I think I'm going to add in some extra time tomorrow morning, and in the morning I will do the skirt pieces so that I can keep the schedule of tomorrow night just being the...
I'm finding it.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
the assembly piece of everything. So yeah, let's see how that goes. Inside. Good morning. It's just before 7:30 right now.
Disgusting!
Excuse me, my allergy medicine is kicking in. I have a little bit of time before work, and I think I'm gonna add a couple of extra hours to the project by trying to get some stuff done this morning that I didn't get done last night. I'm gonna take a break from Crinoline Land for a little while and just try to do the skirt pieces that need to be done. So that's gonna be the hemming of the skirts and putting the pockets into the outer skirt. So yeah, I look tired, I feel tired, but I think we're gonna be okay. I was literally thinking about the project all last night. Like, I woke up several times already thinking and was like,
Adam Sandler? What are you doing here?
Waiting for them to play Gangnam Style.
but yeah, let's see what we can do. Let's see how far we can go with this. And yeah, I'm excited. It's 9 o'clock, basically like exactly 9 o'clock. I just finished ironing the hem on the outer skirt. So the outer skirt hem is completed. I was able to put the pockets in and also to overlock the edge of the lining skirt. So the bottom of that is ready to get ironed and actually get hemmed in place. I'm gonna go to work now, do like my job since it's 9 o'clock. And we will be back at it. I might actually work on the skirt hem over lunch or something. I don't know, on the inner skirt, but we will see. We will see. It's the end of the workday, so you know what that means. All right, let's do a quick recap of what's completed and what still needs to be completed. As of right now, the bodice is basically completely done. I do still want to put additional bones in the side, but bodice, good. Skirts are both cut out, and the lining skirt is hemmed completely. Like, I actually like stitched it closed, which is insane. And the outer skirt is fully assembled. So I've got the pockets in it and the sides are sewn together and overlocked, so it looks really nice and cute and beautiful. And I have ironed the hem, but I have not sewn it yet. And I think I'm gonna wait to sew it until the entire thing is sewn together. I would like to do a hand stitch blind hem on it. Like, I think I want to like blind stitch it like by hand. We'll see if I actually get to that or not. But as of right now, I'm super excited about everything that's completed. Since I was able to get some stuff completed during the day today, that was really nice. I have a little bit of an easier time getting the rest of this done for the rest of the day. I think I'm gonna actually be able to finish it. So let's see how this goes. Okay, so we got both of the planned crenolines attached. I do have a little bit of a hole in the back of the lowest layer, but I think I'm going to be able to cover it with the way that I attach the one that's above it. Thankfully, also, I have a little bit left. I'm going to add it to the front of the skirt for just some additional volume. We'll see how nice that looks. If it doesn't look nice, I'll just take it off. But I think it might be a fun addition since I have just like a little bit of it left. I know what you're thinking. Having a little bit left means I should fill that little space in the back. Tell it to your preacher. Anyway, bye. We did it, Joe. Okay, so this is the skirt with the layers, and we got lucky. We do have that third layer on the top. That's basically only on the front of the skirt, but it worked out. We really did that. I'm honestly super proud. The goal now is going to be to steam these layers so that they just are laying a little bit flatter so that it's easier to kind of get this underneath. And then we can start on the bodice pieces that need to get added together, and then attaching the skirts to the bodice. Like we really did that. I thought this was going to take a lot more time, but honestly it was not that bad to get this constructed together. And I'm really excited about it. It's got like a lot of swing, a lot of movement. Is that a gap? What is that? Yeah, I really need to press this so that I can see it. So, all right, time to steam. Is just before 6:30. It is 6:28. We are doing amazing on time right now, actually. So I'm kind of shocked. I think we're going to get everything done tonight. I am going to start by attaching the lining skirt first to the bodice, and then the outer skirt. I'm essentially going to sandwich the two skirts on the outside of the bodice so that the raw edge of the bodice is going to sit inside. Honestly, I'm going to do this right. I'm actually going to overlock the bottom of the bodice just so that it's a nice clean seam on the bottom. And then I'm going to attach the skirts on either side so that they're sandwiched in between. If I do that correctly and that's done properly and like we're good to go there, I'll be able to put the zipper in, and then we'll basically be done minus that hem that we need to put on bottom. And I know I was planning on possibly doing it tomorrow on Friday before I go to the event. I think I'm going to be able to get it done tonight. So yeah, let's woo. Let's keep going. Let's see how far we can get with this. Do you remember how I said things were just moving so fast, and like from 5:30 to 6:30 so many amazing things happened? In the time between 6:30 and 7:30, which is the time that it is now, it literally took me an hour to attach both of the skirts to the bodice. Most of that time was just repinning the outer skirt. It took forever to get the outer skirt to actually stick in the right spot so that it was like perfect and flat and gonna make sense to put the zipper in. Yeah, that was a lot, but we did it. We did it. And it looks pretty good, and I can kind of show you guys it's fully attached now. I'm gonna put the zipper in, and then the only piece left is going to be the hem, and technically I'll have enough time to do it tonight. I don't know if I have enough willpower to do it tonight, but I'm going to put the zipper in, attach the hook and eye to the top of it, and I hope trying it on gives me the motivation to put the hem in tonight. I'm even going to like take a break and eat some food after I put the zipper in, and hopefully that gives me enough like to really want to do the hem tonight. But look at us go. We like made a whole dress basically. I think I'm gonna make my goal. Good morning. How did you sleep? Because I woke up at 4 a.m. and decided to wash my hair and take an everything shower. I'm very tired now, but I was not tired at 4 in the morning because all I could think about was the dress. And now it's 5:45. I've done some skincare and I am gonna start working on hemming the dress. So yeah, it's Friday morning. I'm gonna work on hemming the dress and we'll see how far we get. Hopefully this is it and we're done with everything. What happened yesterday, I ended up putting the zipper in the dress, but when I tried it on, there kind of was like a little bit less structure than what I wanted on the front of the dress. So I put bones into the front of it. I had to like take a bunch of the dress apart so I could add bones to the section that I didn't put them in initially, because I was like, it'll be fine. It's a close fit. The bones are not laying flat right now, and that's a little disheartening, so I've got to use some heat and hopefully manipulate them and get them to lay flat. But if that works and I get the hem done, we will officially be finished, and then I can work. And the only thing I'll have to worry about is getting myself ready to go later today, and I'll be ready to go to the Symphony. Hello, it is 7 a.m. I've got the kettle going. We are like over halfway done with the hem. I'm gonna make some tea and maybe have something to eat. Yeah. This is probably not how you thought you would see me or the dress for the final time before actually fitting. I could not get it over the shoulders, but I needed to hang it on something so that I could actually steam all of the skirt and make sure that the crinoline was nice and flat and good. But yeah, we did it. We've got a wonderful like 2.5 layers underneath that like look really great. The outer layer is really good. The hem on the bottom, the hand stitching of the hem was honestly a really good touch. I'm happy that I did it. We've got the bones in, laying nice and flat and beautiful on the bodice, so like that all looks really good. It's a little lumpy, a little slightly lumpier than I would want on a final product, but hey, 2 days of work, honestly really can't be mad. So it's about 8:30 right now. I need to get ready for work. Still haven't eaten. Gonna take care of that. But yeah, we did it. And next time you see me in the dress, we'll see you at the Symphony. Did that make sense? That didn't make sense. Okay. Wow, it was so much fun to do this project. I had an amazing time. It turned out fantastic, in my opinion, and also the opinion of several people. I got a lot of amazing compliments on the dress, both last night at the Symphony and today, just getting to spend some fun time out and about wearing the dress in a little bit more of a casual way. I think that's one of the things that I love about pieces like this. When they fit you well and they're so comfortable, you really can wear them for just about anything. I had said to my husband last night, I was like, I don't want to take off the dress. I am so in love with it. I felt like a princess wearing it. And he was like, you can wear it anytime. Go to the grocery store or something. And I was like, I will wear it. I am not going to the grocery store in it, but I am so happy that I got to wear it today. I think this project was a great success and another wonderful piece that's only been made possible by the process that I'm going on this year of learning to make clothes that really do fit my body. I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to work on this. I think it turned out amazing and I'm absolutely in love with it. This year of wearing clothes that work for my body and making things that I'm really in love with is such a journey to be going on, but I am so excited to be getting the opportunity. I look forward to my next project. I don't really know what it's going to be. Hopefully we're going to work on the digital pattern making for the bodice, and I can show you guys the process of turning this into a digital pattern I can use on my projector. I am so excited. I think it turned out amazing. But if you guys have anything that you want to see from me this year on the channel, please let me know. I'm super excited about the projects that I've gotten to do so far. So whatever you guys want to see, feel free to send me something out down in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join my little community within the community, where we're gonna just have a bunch of fun doing things this year. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye!